where I was born in Indiana, and grew up with my twin brother, Chris. I have a twin brother, and we're both direct opposites. Direct opposites, man. He's trying to do the rap thing, and I'm trying to do the smooth contemporary thing. Totally different, two different worlds. But growing up with him was cool. I always had a friend to chill with while I was, growing up. As opposite as we are very close. Because I went to this private school. I was just trying to fit in, really. I didn't have my thing. I was sort of like the class clown a little bit, but I didn't really find my niche until I picked up the horn in 5th grade. Once I did that, I was known as the sax man in school, so it was pretty cool. Kenny G's Songbird. That was the song really just did something to me, just brought me towards the sax. Even though I wasn't playing the soprano like he was, I was playing the alto. I was able to cop it really well, and I was listening to the radio a lot and trying to cop whatever I got on the radio. And Grover Washington, I listened to him a lot, and I listened to Dave Koz and Kenny Garrett. Kirk Whalen's one of my idol. So he really influenced my playing. I started listening, people were like, yeah, listen to Charlie Parker, So I started listening to Charlie Parker, and I had no idea what he was doing. It was so fast and so complex. I was like, man, what is going on? And I was just lost. Then I started listening to Dave Koz, which was his Lucky Man album was my first thing. I just totally transcribed everything off of that album. And then I listened back to the Charlie Parker album, and I was like, man, I get it. He's just doing Dave Koz fast. It really worked out just by luck. I did it the right way, I think. I crawled before I walked. I just want to be that household name. When people think of sax, like they say Kenny G or Kirk Whalen or whatever, I want them to be like, Phillip Martin. He's so melodic. If the best compliment that someone could ever give to me as a player would be to say that I have soul, really. That's just the deepest compliment, because that's what I want. I want to be the essence of soulful playing in saxophone. That's my goal. So with the album 4.0, that's what I've been trying to portray, that whole soul vibe. Okay, well, 4.0, the vibe, I didn't know what vibe I was going for in the beginning of it. I just sort of just did it. I wrote a song. I said, you know what? I might as well do this whole album. And I think it took about a year and a half. And over the year and a half, it just sort of started evolving into this thing. Something's actually going on in the music. Just the ultimate mix of everything. Something for everybody. I really Look to the Sky a lot. Alright, I wrote it while I was just chilling in school. It took about a month. I was just fooling around with it. Then for a vacation, we went on this cruise ship, and I was on the bridge of the ship at this grand piano, this huge grand piano, all this glass. I could see the sky, and the whole song was written except for the bridge, and I wrote the bridge on the bridge of the ship. It just brought the song to another level. I really love that song. My girlfriend, she told me, you should, you're so good, why don't you just make an album? I was like, no, I'm not gonna make this album. Everyone has an album. I'm nobody. How am I gonna get it out there? She's like, no, I think you should really, really do it. So I went ahead and I did it. I wrote this first song, and I didn't know what to call it. Her name's Cindy, so I'm gonna call it Syndedelic Journey. Lorber actually did some music on the CD. You know, this song that I wrote, one of my favorite songs on the album called "The Way." He's so soulful. I love his style. I've always loved Jeff Lorber, so it just freaked me out. I listen to it every day, I think, and I'm like, that's Jeff Lorber on my album. Oh my God. I want to innovate the way alto is played, and on my album, that's all that there is. Alto. Sometimes you might be fooled, and they'll be like, "Oh, is he maybe he playing soprano? It sounds real bright." And on another track, you'll be like, "Man, he sounds real dark. Is he playing tenor?" I mean, I just want to show the versatility of this horn. Like, you don't need anything else. This is it. Alto. It's flexible. You could go high. You could go low. You could do it all. So. We'll see. Hopefully you guys like it.